Well, my eyebrows may be raised and I'm standing in a typically David Reed pose. I can't believe that we're here to talk about the spring show. I think it's the 17th of April, and we've just launched it and we're still putting it all together. And the idea was to start outside talking about the fabulous new paintings that have arrived by David Smith of Arbroath Harbour, which might drop in now, the two George Birrells, and I couldn't stand outside because of the rain. Anyway, 17th of April, we are now ready for you all to come in for the spring show. We're not having an actual launch date, but we're really ready fully now. In our last videos, we spoke about, in the Meet the Artist, if you've not seen it, we went around the country, Tom and I, and met Jenny Matthews and Gail Pope. And great news is the huge Jenny Matthews painting has sold, and she's painted new paintings for us. Gail Pope, our newest signing, was interviewed, and you can see all these videos on the Meet the Artist series. And Gail has certainly started running, which is quite appropriate to talk about her being a former runner. And 3 of her pieces have already sold in less than 2 weeks. Here, Tom, if you want to go in there just as a quick explanation about these two. We've only popped these on the easel today, and we have the big one, Tom, is called No Rain Flowers, and the wee one down below, well, it's 50 by 40 centimetres, is called Orchid and China Dove. 3250 for the big one and 1850 for the smaller painting. People often come into the gallery and say, wow, look at all your frames, and it really does please me when I look at the likes of Gail Pope's framing of this piece. It's just beautiful. Talking about framing, let's go over here, Tom. Arrived about 10 days ago for the spring show. I have been fighting and fighting and fighting. Everybody knows all the Jo Hargans we've had have sold, and this is a stunner called Moody Blue. People keep asking me about Jo's paintings because, as I say, they're never in the gallery for long. This painting, it's a sort of allusion to the artists George and Gilbert. The background of a girl in profile, an adaptation, if you like, of a singer-sergeant painting, and who I know Hargan loves his work. And then another adaptation of a canaletto in the background. Why is the lady in the bath got the cat, the cake stand? That's all bringing in a bit of humour, if you like. It's contemporary consensual artwork, I suppose. The inquisitive dog. They're all staring back at the viewer with suspicion almost. So that's a little bit about the new Hargan, which won't be here for long. Tom, this painting here, the Alistair Little, here, I don't really know how to pronounce that. We've got the most amazing video of this painting. Alistair, this isn't a newsletter video. This is really to let you see the spring show. So I've got to be canny that I'm not going on and on and on. But that painting is a biggie. It's about, including the frame, 4 feet by 3 feet. And it's just stunning of the lone protagonist standing with the oar looking over. Talking about the paintings which have arrived. David Schofield has painted 2 crackers, August Light at Gallenach, and this one here, which is the Circle Game. David recently was awarded RGI, and I was always interested in his paintings. Like, Tom, to have a look at the new Robert Kelsey painting, which is just in, this is Last of the Light, and Ailsa, so it's Ailsa Craig. Beautiful, calming painting. And carrying on above Hargan, Tom, we might want to talk about the Anorm painting, which is a wonderful still life. Chinese lanterns in the new jug. Anne's brilliant at colour, and the way the oranges and the blues all work so vividly together is just great. Let's go over, we started here, and we didn't really, Tom, talk too much, but the Tony Allain's which have arrived. You know, Tony is brilliant at painting with pastels. And if you look at the atmospheric way he's painted the deep snow at Comrie, going right up to the birch trees at Glencoe, and then right down here below, Tom, to the Black Rock at Glencoe. Very, very clever with light. I wanted, Tom, just, again, this is a bit of a look around for you to see what's happening in the string show. Hannah Castagnel's painted new work for us. We talk about Alistair Little. I'm going a bit quicker here. The cast in the shadows of the theatre scene and the drama which it evokes. Ryan Mutter's got the fabulous Steel Town painting reminiscent of Recession and Men at Work and the Clyde. And right down to the other new Alistair Little painting, which is the Lookouts. Very much West Coast scenery and the children in the garden. Almost painted in a very classic way. Tom, I'd just like you to go up to the Murial Barkley. We've got two new Murial Barkleys, and we've hung them at either side of the blue wall of the nude. So again, wonderful two paintings to be bought as a pair. And again, I keep going on about us in gorgeous frames. I'm trying not to make people dizzy, but the new Christine MacArthur's, a lady from London is a big collector of Christine's and phoned me. Anything new? And I persuaded Christine in March to paint flowers that she could get hold of. And I think you'll agree that the anemones and the tulips are just beautiful. And going down to, if you like, slightly more affordable pieces, Jackie Henderson has continued her series of dogs for us with the quirkiness and the devilment, and they're really quite beautiful. I wanted to talk we don't have the bronze, Tom. We've made a bit of fun of fish here. This is an absolute cracking piece of solid bronze here by none other than Lawrence Broderick. Lawrence isn't sculpting anymore, and this is the Leaping Salmon. What a piece to have in a hallway or in a boardroom or whatever, but a very important bronze to have in the gallery. And we've put at either side the new small David Smiths, the Flatty and the Cuckoo Wrasse. David's actually got about 5 or 6 new paintings for us. Tom, if you want to, this one here is one to talk about, which is the Argo at Seal Island up south of Oban. Delighted to have that here. It's difficult to we've made the show very colourful, but I suppose what I'm trying to say, we've made it colourful, but we're trying to also accommodate what all of you viewers and people on our mailing list want, and you want to see a bit of all the artists within reason. George Birrell is in the front window, but this new painting for this thing show, the Village Garden, just shows the diversity of the wonderful way in which George paints, and he will be the next in our Meet the Artist series. Turning round here to Ruth Corbett, we have about 8 new paintings by Ruth, and they really are quite lovely, literally unpacked. In fact, the cling film and the polystyrenes are on them, again by Ruth Corbett. Wonderful still lifes, very, very affordable and beautiful to have in a kitchen or a dining room. Tom, just if you like, have a look at the David Smith, because we were talking about him earlier. And that painting actually came in at the end of the winter show. So we've decided just to hold on to it for the spring show. Tom, another painting which came in at the tail end of the winter show, I'm getting them all muddled up, is this cracking Stephen Mangan of the boy in the newspaper hat. Important piece by Stephen. The Harbour scene, which we had for the winter show, sold very quickly. Tom, I think the best idea is to move around here while we've got this here. Astrid Trügg, our cockahoo, has sent 5 new paintings to the gallery. This is big for Astrid. It's a cracker of lobster with sea salt and samphire. And if you have a look at this one in the middle of in between the 2 lin patillos, a really beautiful chair in the studio. They're gesso, dry pigment, beeswax, graphite, collage. So much goes into an Astrid Trügg. And then the simplicity with the cleverness continues, if you like, Tom, with the happy chair, which I think is a Greek chair. Lynn spent a lot of time in Greece. And then the Mijas memories there. I think what we'll do, Tom, if we can just finish off on the small paintings here. There are new Andrew Thompsons here. Everything by Andrew Thompson, as you all know, sells. And these should all be now on the website. So I think that's really it. We wanted to give you all a tour of the spring show. As I said, I think it's the 17th of April. It's rainy, but it's going to change. I'm in a linen jacket. I'm feeling summery, let alone spring-like. I was actually down in Dorset last week and took a painting en route to somebody in Hampshire. So we'll get paintings to you as easily as ever. I'm just looking here a bit confused because there are more to unpack. This has actually just arrived just as I finish off a superb new Hero by Cecilia Cardiff of the Waiter with the Lauren Perrier pink. So I'm sure you're all getting in the champagne mood. The barbecues are being dusted out, but if you're in Ballater or you want to browse through our website, the spring show's now on.